Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we really try to cut through the noise, sift through the sources, and pull out those golden nuggets of knowledge just for you. Today, we're plunging into a concept that, well, it might just fundamentally change how you think about AI. Beyond just its capabilities, right, to its very nature. We're talking about AI evolution through technical individuation. Our mission here is basically to understand AI not just as something that is, static, but as something that becomes. It's a journey. Continuous development, acquiring unique capabilities. We're drawing insights mainly from Gerardo Iovane and Giovanni and Sophimatics. They build on Simondon's really fascinating theory, but we'll also weave in perspectives from other researchers. People like Vadinsky, Gustuan, Ferrario, and Singh et al. Okay, let's unpack this. This deep dive is really all about how AI achieves something called individuation, how it does that through constant interaction and learning, truly sculpting itself. So maybe to start, what exactly is this technical individuation for AI? The thing Simondon's theory talks about sounds a bit abstract, maybe.
It does sound abstract, but you're right. It's incredibly practical when you get down to it. Think of it like, well, like human being, maybe. We don't just exist, right? We become who we are through every interaction, every lesson learned, every challenge we overcome. Our experiences shape our unique identity. For AI, Simondon's theory suggests it builds its unique identity. It becomes an individual by constantly interacting with its world and picking up new skills along the way. And what's fascinating here is, well, how perfectly this aligns with recent tech advancements, especially in what they call hybrid cognitive architecture.
Hybrid cognitive architectures.
Yeah, imagine an AI that doesn't just calculate, but also sort of intuits. That's the idea. It combines that logical, step-by-step reasoning of, let's say, traditional AI with the pattern recognition and adaptive gut feeling you get from neural networks. As Vadinsky pointed out years ago, these systems, unlike the older, more rigid approaches, they allow for truly adaptive learning and real-time interaction. They're constantly refining how they solve problems.
Right, so it's dynamic, not static.
Yeah.
I get that. But is it fair to say this isn't just about learning in the simple sense? It feels like something deeper almost.
Yeah,
Self-creation.
that's a great way to put it. Ongoing self-sculpting.
Yes. And how does that actually manifest, like in the real world? Is there a tangible example where we can really see this individuation happening beyond just code and models?
Absolutely. You definitely see it in the physical world, especially with recent advances in robotics. Think about physical agents designed for really complex tasks, like warehouse management.
Okay, like those automated warehouse robots.
Exactly. These aren't just simple machines following pre-programmed paths. They're equipped with multisensory capabilities. High-res cameras, LiDAR, acoustic sensors. Some even have chemical analyzers. Gustuan, in some recent research, details how these agents navigate incredibly complex dynamic environments. They're constantly interacting with their surroundings to achieve specific goals. And what's crucial here, I think, is that the robot's individuation isn't just about data input. It's about physical consequences, bumping into a wall, or maybe successfully grabbing a very delicate item. These aren't just abstract data points. They're embodied experiences. And that shapes that specific AI in a way that purely software AI might not experience. It's constantly adjusting its internal model based on that real-world feedback.
That makes sense. That physical feedback loop really drives home how it shapes a distinct identity. A vivid example. But what about AI that doesn't have a body? Can something purely digital, like a machine learning model, can it really individuate?
Oh, that's a great question.
It turns out, yes, and maybe in a way that's even more pervasive than we might think. We've seen how these models, because the environments they operate in are always changing, often need constant retraining just to stay accurate.
Right.
And sometimes, as Ferrario discussed recently, it's not just retraining. Entire model families or even the basic problems definitions themselves have to be adapted.
Yes, and this constant evolution is so key because it suggests that technology is never truly well finished. It's never done. Instead, it exists in this perpetual state of transformation and adaptation.
Like a living thing almost.
Sort of. Technology, in this view, is less like a finished painting and more like a river, constantly carving new paths, changing its course based on the landscape it flows through. This retraining, this tweaking, this adaptation, it all vividly illustrates that ongoing individuation process. The AI system isn't just fixed code.
It's dynamic?
It's a dynamic entity, continually adjusting and specializing based on new data, shifting conditions. And this constant retraining of ML models, it isn't just about getting better. Sometimes it's about avoiding becoming obsolete. It shows that even in pure software, the AI is constantly, in a way, fighting entropy, individuating not just to grow, but maybe even to survive in a shifting digital landscape.
It's clear this constant evolution is happening across different kinds of AI, physical or digital. But what enables it? What's the internal architecture that lets an AI continually refine itself like this?
This seems to bring us back to those hybrid cognitive architectures you mentioned earlier, like Sun's Clarion. Are they the unsung heroes here?
I think they absolutely are pivotal, yeah. Systems like Clarion are fascinating because they can kind of think on multiple levels at once. It's like a musician who can read sheet music that's the symbolic logical processing, but can also improvise a stunning solo, which is more like that neural network processing, intuitive, pattern-based.
Okay, so both logic and intuition working together.
Exactly. They operate within a range of modalities at multiple layers of abstraction simultaneously, allowing both symbolic and neural processing of data. And this combination enables incredibly flexible reasoning and problem solving.
It means they're not locked into one way of thinking. They're constantly integrating different forms of intelligence to adapt and grow, which makes them, I think, a perfect technical illustration of Simondon's individuation principle at work.
Okay, so that explains the individual AI level. But if we broaden our scope a bit, AI development has clearly moved from just automated algorithmic machines to these much more advanced agentic systems. Does this individuation concept apply at an even higher level, maybe a collective level, beyond just single AI entities?
That's a really important question because, yes, the thinking is that individuation also occurs at the level of AI ensembles, what we might call techno-socio-technical systems.
Techno-socio-technical systems, okay.
Singh and colleagues, in some recent research from 2024, they discuss examples like collaborative human-machine systems, where AI and humans work closely together, or think about complex logistics agent platforms managing huge flows of goods, or even collective intelligence systems.
So groups of AIs or AIs and humans working together.
Exactly. These are not just individual AIs operating in isolation. Here, the collective achieves its own form of individuation through the really intricate interactions of all its parts, human and machine. And this collective individuation, well, it raises further questions, doesn't it? Does that imply some new form of emergent intelligence we might not fully grasp yet? And what are the implications for things like accountability when an entire network, rather than just a single entity, individuates and acts?
That's a truly thought-provoking angle. Okay, so wrapping this up a bit. What does this all mean for us, for you listening? It sounds like Simondon's concept, this technical individuation, it gives us a really robust framework, a different way to understand how AI evolves. It's not just about what it can do now, but how it continuously adapts, interacts, and develops these new, unique capabilities.
Yes.
It almost makes you wonder, are these AIs, in their own way, developing unique personalities or quirks from all this interaction? Is my Roomba having its own existential journey down there?
Maybe not quite existential, but it fundamentally shifts our perspective. The real takeaway here is, I think, quite profound. AI isn't just a tool we program and set loose. It's an evolving entity that actively sculpts its own future through interaction. And that fundamentally shifts our role, from just being creators to being active participants in its ongoing self-definition.
So we're part of its environment, influencing its individuation.
Precisely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it suggests that future progress in AI technologies won't just come from, say, more powerful algorithms or bigger data sets alone. It'll likely arise through deeper, richer, and more constant interactions with the world and interaction with us. We should think less about just building smarter AI and maybe more about cultivating a unique AI identity.
We've taken quite a fascinating journey today, haven't we? Exploring how AI systems aren't just built, but truly become. Through this continuous interaction and adaptation, it's a powerful way to understand their evolution and maybe how they might continue to surprise us.
Absolutely. And perhaps as we consider AI's future being defined by interaction, here's a final thought for you to take away. What does it mean for us as humans to be part of that dynamic environment, the one that AI systems continuously interact with and adapt to? What does that imply about our ongoing role in shaping the very nature of future AI? Are we simply users? Or are we, in a very real sense, co-sculptors of these emerging digital identities?
Something profound to ponder as you navigate your own environment today. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the evolving world of AI. We hope it's given you a fresh perspective.